All right. Special emergency podcast. Super Bowl 2012. Ted.
Patriots versus the New York Giants. Tomorrow.
Exactly. Tomorrow.
24 hours about.
About 24 hours. Gosh, we're counting down.
We're taking callers.
We are taking callers right now. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Thank you for the kind follows and watches and everything on YouTube and Facebook. We have a YouTube channel called Bert and Ted. We've gotten a lot of listeners and comments on that. And on our Gmail, if you have comments or threats or date requests, we have bertandted@gmail.com. And we thank everyone for being involved in that. So this is our technically our fourth podcast, and it's all about the Super Bowl coming up tomorrow. It's the most. What is this? This is the day when people in America consume the most food after Thanksgiving. So it's second only to Thanksgiving, as far as food consumption.
Yeah. Let's see. Madonna's going to be the halftime show.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm at the Wikipedia page of Super Bowl, and I'm scrolling down entertainment, and the first quote is from Springsteen about why he agreed to do it and why he turned down invitations to do it in the past.
Wow.
That's what he said. Initially, it was sort of a novelty, and so it didn't quite feel right. But it was just like, this is the year. Bands of our generation, you can sort of be seen on a stage like this or like not seen. There's not a lot of middle places. It is a tremendous venue. I think Springsteen did that, 2-3 years ago? 2 maybe?
That's a really wise quote, I feel like, because he's right. I mean, at a certain point, it's not selling out if you're getting your message across. It's like he said, it's either a choice: are you going to be heard, or you're not going to be heard. It's not like, I feel like the world we live in today, with every just even our own podcast and YouTube and everything being power to the people and everything being able to get out there. Either you're heard or you're not. It's not like you're, I don't think, obviously he wasn't being corporate, when he agreed to do it. And
he did a good job with it.
Oh, it's amazing.
He rocked it.
Gosh, I know, I can't.
That was like the Working on the Dream tour. That was probably, it was probably what? 2009 that he did.
What did he do? Did he do 10th Avenue? He did like
Yeah, he did like a shorter Born to Run. He did, I think, maybe 10th Avenue. He did Working on the Dream, the song. He did Glory Days. They had like a
great.
They had the ref come out and throw a flag.
That was that was the heyday. And don't get me wrong, I like Madonna, but I don't like her as well as I like Petty, Springsteen, and The Who. Yeah. Which for 3 or 4 years,
I heard a quote about Springsteen partially agreeing to do it because when he saw Petty do it like 5-6 years ago, he said something like, "Yeah, these guys, something paraphrased like." They did a good, standard job of just playing their songs. Like, it seemed tasteful and normal. Like, it doesn't have to be this, like... It doesn't have to be the medley of, like...
With the Black Eyed Peas. With Black Eyed Peas.
It doesn't have to be the medley of, like, 2001 where, where it was Walk This Way, where Britney Spears was coming out in football pants, and Aerosmith was coming out for a riff, and then,
Right.
It doesn't have to be like fireworks and medleys. It can be a good band doing 3 or 4 songs.
And Black Eyed Peas, they were the opposite. Like was that last year?
That was 1 year ago, and then 2 years ago was 2 years ago was The Who, right? And 3 years ago was Springsteen,
right?
And like 4 or 5 years ago was, I think 5 years ago was Prince. Well, I thought he did a good job actually.
No, Prince was good. Yeah. Was good. Good choice, and he did a good job.
Ever since the wardrobe malfunction incident of I think 2004, there's been that in the mid to late aughts. There seemed to be a charge before the Black Eyed Peas, a charge for like just classic rock, like
you're right.
Very established performers. Let's not try to be hip and cool and sexy, and have Justin Timberlake ripping off the bra of a withered Janet Jackson. Let's get some people who are proven to do some songs, and then now we're sort of back to hip, and then with Black Eyed Peas, and now we're sort of in sort of a mixture of both with Madonna. Madonna's hip, and she's sort of avant-garde, but she's also classic.
Yeah, I agree.
Sinewy is what she is.
She's very sinewy, proudly so. But you're right. I think after the wardrobe malfunction, that's a good point to bring up. people were like, what are we doing? Like, it's obviously become. So after that, I think they started to take the halftime show a little bit more seriously and say, yeah, let's get some good music in there. Let's do it right, and they did. And so now we're kind of, and then we went to Black Eyed Peas, like you said, and then Black Eyed Peas were terrible.
They were poor. They
remember when Slash came out?
Yeah, Slash.
And
Slash and Fergie did Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Fergie. That song's already been ruined and covered by Sheryl Crow from the 1990.
Oh my God!
From the 1999 soundtrack to Big Daddy.
Yeah, and the Sheryl Crow version is stuff you like listen to in your dentist's office or something. It's like completely take any, and it was already like the softest of one of the more tender GNR songs, but then you like have like Sheryl Crow do it like that way, like easy listening, mid tempo, like she got eyes.
It was poor. It was poor, man.
It's terrible.
I'm trying to pull up the winners here. Let's see here.
Of the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl winners?
Yeah.
Who do you want to win this year?
Who do I want to win? Good question. Well, let me just say, my initial feeling and my prevailing feeling is I don't give a shit, because they're both. I mean, not to diss on anyone who's from New York or Boston, but I'm not from there. I'm not from either place. I haven't spent any amount of time in New York or Boston. I did go to college in New Hampshire. New
Hampshire? What about Bob reference?
Exactly. Lake Winnipesaukee. But I did go to, I went to college in New Hampshire, so I like the East Coast a little bit, but I really don't give a shit. That being said, I feel like the Pats are kind of the de facto favorite, just because they're kind of like the Yankees almost, as far as I can see it in football. So I would guess
the G-Men won that matchup in 2008 against.
They did, and that's interesting. But I feel like the Pats are still superior because they've won. Haven't they won more Super Bowls?
They've won a lot of Super Bowls in the last 12 years.
Yeah. So I mean, given the fact that the Pats have more overall Super Bowls in the past couple of years, but the G-Men beat the Pats in the most recent matchup in the Super Bowl, that's an interesting. That sets it up as.
Who do you want to win?
Ultimately, bottom line, I guess I slightly want the Giants to win, but I guess I slightly want the Giants to win, but yeah, I guess I would say I would be happier if the Giants won.
I want the New England Patriots to win.
Okay, and why? Give me the.
I'm a lifelong Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Go Dan Marino.
Yeah.
That said, there's a few bullet points. I like Gronkowski. He was on my fantasy team this year.
Mm-hmm.
He single-handedly won my money back for me by setting the record for touchdowns in a year by a tight end. I like Woodhead. Woodhead's a badass. And when it comes down to this, I like quarterback-run teams, and they're both quarterback, heavy offenses or whatever, pass-heavy. I prefer Brady over Eli Manning. Eli Manning is a dour, boring nerd, and Tom Brady, is like a lord.
Yeah.
Married to Giselle or lives with her. Has cool, wears cool pea coats. Make him look like Batman with the collar turned up.
Yeah. The only reason that I shy away from full endorsement of Brady is because of the boredom of perfection, and that's obviously not an awesome reason, but I mean he's perfect, he's cool, he's awesome. I mean
he's a demigod, dude.
No, yeah, I mean you're right,
Brady,
and I love the way he plays. I mean he's a great QB,
cool, collected,
He's a great fucking QB, and over the past year or two, when was it was like a year over last year and then 2 years ago. He put together these games.
Just stands in the pocket confidently. There's no jittery scrambling. Yeah. There's a lot of just stand tall and throw.
Best quarterback.
I will say that Manning has he's been throwing some darts recently.
Manning's the classic X Factor guy.
Darts.
Yeah, he's the X Factor guy. Comes live in the fourth quarter. But let's talk about Brady. Let's quick academic segue. Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna say Brady's still head and shoulders above Rodgers, even though Rodgers at times looks like
I don't know if head and shoulders, but
fucking
I would,
perfect.
Yeah, I would still give Brady. I would give Brady the edge, but I don't know about head and shoulders.
Yeah, okay, but there's something about. I mean, obviously, they're you can't argue with the fact that Brady's in the Super Bowl and Rodgers is not. Although Rodgers did it last year, I don't know. Rodgers still seems like there's just something lacking compared to Brady, for me. As good as Rodgers is. Anyway, that's my segue. So we're so Super Bowl. Those are our, and then okay, so that's who you want to win. Now let's go into predictions real quick. Who do you think will win?
I'm gonna do a prediction of. It's gonna be. I'm going to err on the side of high scoring rather than just pick out your generic 24-17 bullshit. I'm going to say...
You think it's going to be high scoring?
Yeah, I'm going to say...
That's interesting.
Mostly because I want it to be. But I'm going to say 38 for the Patriots. 33 G-Men.
38-33.
I don't like the
G-Men.
I prefer the Jets over the G-Men as far as New York teams. So,
I'm going to go 28-23 Giants. And I'm going to predict that the Giants score at least one touchdown in the fourth. So I think it's going to be fairly close. In the fourth, I think Eli's going to do his thing where he pulls the Giants in front at the end. That's what I'm looking for. And I don't, who knows if that happens, but.
I'm pulling up some interesting facts on the wiki page of history of. So, who knew that the Oakland Raiders won in 81 and then they won as the Los Angeles Raiders in 84? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. That's
also weird. Sad. The Niners beat the Bengals in 82 and then repeated it in 89. Repeated the exact same scenario. They beat the Bengals for the 7 years. I remember one of the first things I probably ever remember about the Super Bowl was watching the San Francisco Niners beat the Bengals and eating Totino's pizza.
Was that in the upper?
Yeah, the room? Upper middle area. They had the fireplace.
Fireplace, and it was Dad's office for a while.
Totino's.
Yes, I remember that Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was probably my first memory of all time.
Yeah, that was a great room, and it was a great. I remember that because that was like I remember growing up, and the Super Bowl was a big deal. I
like the Bengals helmets with their sort of trompe l'oeil tiger.
Yeah,
they look like they're tigers.
Yeah,
there's a fair amount of that, I guess.
Well, the
Vikings do it. Well, the Vikings sort of.
Yeah, the Vikings do it. Guess who could do it and doesn't? Jaguars. That'd be awesome. The spots. If they had spotted helmets.
Yeah, there's a picture of a Jaguar head on there, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I think a lot of the big cats could do it. Lion, you could. What if you attached a mane to the helmet?
You could also do it with the Eagles and the Falcons and the Birds of Prey too. Have a cool feathered, actual feathers on the hat. That'd be cool.
They do the wing things on the Eagles.
Yeah, they do a wing. That's pretty good. Yeah.
What else? The Seahawks could, they have a cool sort of picture of the Seahawks. What you want to do if you're going to do the Bird of Prey trompe l'oeil is what you'll do is you'll get the eyes on the side. And then you'll sort of make a beak type thing going into the
nose guard or something.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Face mask.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I feel like Nike if Nike was asked to do the same type of avant-garde things that they do with the University of Oregon.
They're the G.I. Joes. They're the Cobra Commander helmets in the Rose Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Which were kind of tight, man.
Those are awesome.
Those are kind of tight.
One of my friends, Aaron Godfrey, shout out to Aaron Godfrey. One of my friends, Aaron, I think Aaron went to U of O.
Eric Wilson, Dave Cummings, a couple U of O guys.
Eric Wilson, Dave Cummings, yep. Shout out. What's up, guys? Up in Portland. A little Northwest love there. One of Aaron's buddies was given a helmet.
All right, we're gonna go to the phones right now. We're gonna get some Los Angeles opinions on the Super Bowl. And while I call Jordan Lash, I just want to mention that it's kind of funny how in LA there's a lot of sort of de facto. There's bars that become special outpost for certain teams. Like the parlor on Melrose is inexplicably a Ravens bar. You know, just there's no LA team here, and there's so many transplants. So like
That's true.
If you go up to Big Wangs on Cahuenga, it's I don't know, it's a Steelers bar.
Yeah.
Randomly.
Yeah. And it goes into college bars
Your call
too.
has been forwarded to
Okay.
an automatic voice message
Nothing
system.
on Jordan. So there's that. Talk about some of your favorite sports bar experiences in LA.
Sports bar experiences in LA. That's a good question.
We're close to the parlor up on Melrose. That used to be El Guapo.
It used to be El Guapo. It's changed hands a couple times. Up on Melrose, there's a lot of turnover as far as businesses go. Favorite sports bar? Gosh. Well, some of my favorite sport. Going to see the when Cornell was in the NCAA tournament and
For hoops, yeah.
Yeah, and that was cool. And
King's Head.
and the one Busby's the one on.
Oh, Busby's West.
Yeah,
In Samo.
and that was actually like is Wisconsin and it was Cornell at the
Yeah,
time.
it was Wisconsin. Yeah.
And
we
yeah.
saw Mike Sampson there.
Your call has
Yeah.
No, we
been
saw
forwarded
someone that
to
said
an
it was a
automatic
Berkeley bar. No, Josh. Josh
Josh Alvarez. Yeah, he said it was a Berkeley bar.
Let's see if we can get Evan Golden. He's a Connecticut guy, and Connecticut can go sort of a few ways as far as sports.
Golden Child.
So Connecticut's technically in New England, but he's going for the Giants. So let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, we'll see what he has to say.
A lot of people sort of.
Hello?
Evan?
Yeah.
Hey, you're on the podcast.
Why am I on the podcast?
We wanted some perspective on what a New Englander from Connecticut, why some go to the Patriots and why some go G-Men.
That's a good question. I'm from central Connecticut, outside of Hartford, and you certainly get more people who are like Red Sox fans and Patriots fans, but you get a fair amount who are Giants fans and who are Yankees fans. I think the closer you get to Massachusetts, probably the more you'll get, a higher percentage of Patriots fans, and the more south you get, you'll get like giant Jets fans. Probably not as many Jets fans for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Personally, when I was a kid, the Patriots were terrible, and the Giants. First game I remember seeing was the Giants Super Bowl against the Bills, which they won. Obviously with the missed field goal, and
Was that like 20 to 19?
9 or 10.
That was when the Bills lost like 3 in a row, right?
Yeah, that was the first of the three. I think it was like 90 or 91. I think like Whitney Houston sang at halftime. The old Jeff Hostetler.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember Hostetler. The mustached, skinny dude.
Was that game? I think that was the score of that game like 20 to 19. I think I remember like watching that game and like going to school the next day, and like I think the score was like 20 to 19 or something. That was a big deal, that game.
Yeah, I don't know if it was 2019. I feel like it might have been, but it was certainly like a 1 or 2 point difference. But yeah, he just missed the field goal at the buzzer. And it's really sad too if you think about it. Like I've read stories about Norwood, and he has not. Well, he'll never escape that.
Oh, wow. It's sort of a Ray Finkel disease?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think Ray Finkel was like based on that.
Oh, wow. Huh.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
So for our listeners, Evan, can you describe the Ray Finkel thing for us?
Sure. Ray Finkel's a reference to Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, where Ray Finkel was the place kicker, and he missed an important field goal, and he blamed it on Dan Marino.
Yeah, he blamed it on Dan Marino, who was holding the ball because he was supposed to do laces out, but did laces in. But he went crazy.
Yeah, he missed that big field goal, and then he went crazy because because he was just tormented by it.
I still need to see that 30 for 30 on Bill Buckner and Steve Bartman catching hell. I feel like everyone's cool with Buckner now, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
What do you think would Evan? What do you think would happen? I mean, like, do you think you would go if that happened to you? If you missed that field goal, do you think you would go crazy, or would you just be able to shake it off?
Oh, I have a hard time letting things go, and feel a lot of guilt. I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if I'd be able to kick in the same place again, like for the same team. Like, I don't know if I could handle that pressure. You know, like every time you go out there, it's like, you know, you have that pressure of like, oh, he's gonna screw it up again. Kind of like, do you guys remember when Mitch Williams let up the?
Yeah, Joe Carter.
Well, yeah, and he was never the same after that.
Yeah, it can ruin a man.
Like, you just cannot hit the plate.
Yeah. I mean, those games. Yeah, I mean, kicking and pitching are so.
Yeah, they're similar because there's a lot of if the kicking and pitching are I feel like they're a kind of thing. If you for a minute like let doubt enter your mind, you're gonna mess up. You know.
Yeah, it's like you guys obviously playing a Rick Ankiel.
No, who's that?
He was a pitcher for the Cardinals a few years ago, and he was really good. I think he might have been a closer, might have been a starter, but I think he was a closer. And he was really good, and then one day he could not get it over the plate. It was just gone. He could, for his life, he could not do it. He actually went down to the minors and reformed himself into like a center fielder.
Wow.
Or something. And he, worked on his hitting, and I think he's been up in the majors again since then.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that story actually. Yeah. Do you remember when Chuck Knobloch had the yips from second base, which is what they call when your mind won't let you throw it or hit it correctly, and he hit Keith Olbermann's mom with a throw from second base.
Wow.
That's kind of cool. All right, so Golden Child, what's your pick for tomorrow? What do you think? Wait, sorry. Before you answer, who do you want to win, and then who do you think will win?
Oh,
he wants G-Man.
I think I want the Giants to win because I'm a Giants fan.
Okay.
As far as who I think will win, I think they sort of an equal shot. I mean, I think the Giants are really hot right now, and their defense is playing really well. But there's always doubt in my mind about Eli. However well he plays, there's always the doubt in my mind that any given play he could just throw a terrible interception.
Yeah.
That's true.
Cool. All right, man. Golden Child. Well, thanks for playing along with us, and we'll. What are you doing for the Super Bowl, by the way, tomorrow?
I'm going to some party that I don't really know the people there.
Okay.
But the girl I'm dating is bringing me, so
all right.
We're gonna make some 7-layer dip and bring it over and party.
That sounds cool. Good.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, man.
All right.
Peace, bud.
Talk to you guys.
Bye.
Okay, thank you to Evan Golden for a solid perspective.
Yeah.
And we got a call from Richie Ketchum while we're on that. Let's see if we can get a hold of him.
I'm going to return that call, yeah. The phones are blowing up right now.
The switchboards are lighting up.
Yeah.
Karen, hold the other calls.
Yeah.
Got Karen over in the booth today.
Thanks, Karen. You're doing a great job. Phoning for Jackie.
Yeah, got her off Craigslist for $7 an hour under the table.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's happy.
And Richie sounded like he was in a nightclub earlier.
Yeah, he's been partying today, which is fine.
Yeah. And we got an unidentified 503 number. I'm sure that's something for the podcast. Maybe not, though. Could be one of your Twitter followers.
Could be. We will see.
Hey, this is Ted and Bert with the podcast.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just wanted to call in and just talk about the Super Bowl.
Oh, this is Ezra?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Nothing, man. How you doing, dude?
I'm good. This is Ezra Meredith.
Yeah, you guys excited about the Super Bowl this year?
I'm like sort of medium excited.
Yeah, me too. I kind of feel like there's just a couple of East Coast teams, so there's not much to get excited for us West Coasters.
Yeah, it feels a little repetitive, but if it's a good game and the wings are hot, you know.
Oh, the wings should be hot.
It will be. I mean, it's under our control.
That kind of thing you can kind of take care of. It's just that the teams, it's a rematch of 2004, which was a good game. Obviously, exciting. It kind of killed the chances of the Patriots to get the undefeated season.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's much to say for this game. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I barely prefer the Patriots over the Giants. I think they're going to win. I want them to win. That's about it. I think I put a guess score of 38 Patriots, 33 Giants. Who do you want to win?
I don't care that much, really. I don't know. I'd like to see Eli Manning win another one, let's say, because when he came in, it was kind of like gloom and doom for him, and everybody thought he was just like this little kid that couldn't throw the football, and he seems to be okay. He's already won a Super Bowl, so I don't know. I'm not a fan of New England. Tom Brady, he's all right, but I don't know. I mean, I guess hopefully we'll see some offense, which is cool. I was kind of hoping the 49ers were going to get in there, but obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah, I was definitely rooting for the 49ers, and that was a crazy game with all the rain and everything that happened in at the Stick that day, and definitely disappointed that they lost. But when the Giants ended up winning that game, I was like, oh great, another Super Bowl I don't give a fuck about, So
yeah, I was the same way. And I mean, Bert, I grew up a 49ers fan, so you can vouch for me on that end.
Oh yeah.
I would have been excited genuinely, but whatever.
Ezra, do you remember
they got even that far, really? But.
Ezra, do you remember Kevin Cunningham from the neighborhood?
Oh, certainly do.
Yeah, I remember.
Tim's brother.
Yeah, exactly. I remember. Being a kid playing football catch with either a Nerf Turbo or a regular football, and pretending to be Rice in Montana. That was like, that was the...
Well, that was a classic matchup. I don't think it got much better than that back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
And really, I mean, you brought up the Nerf Turbo. I mean, that was a big development in Nerf football technology, just in football technology.
It made Nerf, really. If it weren't for the Turbo...
The old school Nerf is okay, but it just doesn't spiral that well. It never really did when I was a kid. But once you got the Nerf Turbo, it came with the grooves in them, and all you had to do was grip it. And then you throw it, and you got a spiral every single time.
And it did the work for you, but it didn't do too much work. You still had to know what was going on.
Right.
But it gave you that little extra oomph. But do you remember that commercial that said, go long, and then someone runs out and he goes real long, and then he keeps running, and the commercial takes the receiver through a market in India and through Asia and all this stuff. He keeps running, and then the football ends up
It goes way further than you think you can throw a Nerf football.
That was the thesis of that commercial.
It really was. Anyway, how's the podcast going, guys?
It's going pretty good. We got a couple of requests for a Super Bowl podcast, and we were like, that's a good idea, and it's going good. There's been kind of the same kind of deal. I think if you talk to people, a lot of people I've met have been down for the Giants. I guess people from New York, but obviously if you're from Boston, then you're probably going to go for the. So I guess you can kind of guess what people are going for, but yeah, I mean it's been pretty good so far. Do you have? We're having a couple people over here. We're doing a low key thing tomorrow over here at our place in West Hollywood. What are you gonna, Ezra? Are you gonna fire up your famous smoker?
Yeah, I usually get that going. I'll watch it because I pretty much have decided that I watch every single Super Bowl now. So the game's going to be on. It'll be low key probably, like you're saying, but I'll probably have a few friends over. Just chilling with family and friends. Basically, is what the Super Bowl's all about to me, and eating good food. So
yeah. What do you got?
We're ordering 2 strippers is what we're doing.
Yeah,
so you guys are kind of having a low key one.
We're just doing it. Yeah, we're just doing a stripper each.
Okay.
A
stripper for each of the brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sort of
personal stripper.
Yeah, just and they can. They don't have to perform like the whole time. It's more about
No, we pay for a large block, like kind of like a We pay for like the day, and then they can hang out and eat, and they don't have to be stripping actively the whole day. They can watch part of the game, and we're totally open to that.
Yeah.
So
maybe just have them strip like when there's a break in the action, or if there's a bad commercial that comes on.
yeah, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
We have.
We usually DVR it. And then have a half-hour delay, so we can pause it at certain points, and then catch up.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's good. I like it.
Fine.
What time does action kick off? Well, I mean, coverage is going to start early tomorrow.
Coverage starts now. They're doing the pregame show in about 15 minutes. It's a 24-hour countdown.
I'm going to definitely have that on. I mean, for me, coverage is kind of that's what I like.
Yeah, I like to record the coverage and run that back one more time before the game starts.
We always do something fun, and it's usually in a pretty warm climate. Although I know Indianapolis isn't probably the warmest place they're going to play, but it's there's usually a lot of stuff going on. I imagine tomorrow the coverage is going to be mostly indoors. And they'll probably go out to do a feed to some other guy, a reporter that's probably shivering with a thick coat on with die-hard, fans. But I think for the most part, you're going to see a lot of coverage from inside of the studio.
Yeah.
And a lot of graphic displays on the board behind.
A lot of telestrator. A lot of X's and O's on the telestrator.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I really like what you guys are doing with the podcast and with the call-in. I really like it. So I'll just take your comments off the air.
Cool. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Ezra. Talk to you soon, buddy. Peace.
Yeah. Later, bud.
Peace.
So cool. We got a couple callers in.
ECAT. Ezra Meredith.
Yeah. Let's play Richie's voicemail. Let's see if that's any good.
Let's see what he's doing.
I hang up and I did not press 1. I did not hang up and I did not press 1 for more options.
So, Richard...
Do I not have my voicemail set up? I got my phone swapped out.
You probably don't, and he's probably drunk, too.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So we should call...
A couple things going on there.
Yeah, we should call him back.
I already had put one call into him, so...
Who was the other one? Did we miss another one? What about 80?
Yeah.
Let's call
try 80, yeah.
Because he called in.
Adrian Caputo. So yeah, a lot of people are a little bit, sort of laissez-faire or tepid about the.
I think I mean, I'm not surprised about that.
It's boring. Really.
It is boring.
I wanted
If it was Niners Ravens, that would have been.
I wanted Niners Dolphins.
Yeah. 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 Are Dolphins AFC?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
They only won 2 or 3 games though, which is part of the problem of the.
Hello. You have reached Adrian's cell phone.
Okay, and we're getting voicemail. So, I mean, maybe it doesn't have to all be about the calls.
Maybe it doesn't.
Richard sent me a picture of a white Mustang convertible, 90s convertible. So that's sort of his...
that's where he's at.
That's what he's doing today.
Okay.
Which I'm not mad at.
No, that's good to see.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just hanging out with my mom.
With your mom?
Yeah.
Mrs. Elahi?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you down in the OC?
No, she came up here.
Oh,
so
nice.
we're like hanging out at my house, and then we're gonna just like spend the day together.
The whole day. Wow, that's awesome.
Well, she lives down there, so it's like,
Yeah.
It's like, when she comes up, it's like,
Are you
it kind
still?
of wouldn't make sense if I was just only hanging out for now.
Are you still living at the place on Wilshire?
Yep. Same old, although I am looking for, like, a studio or something in WeHo. I just, it's so hard to find something I like. Just kind of, like, slowly looking.
You know what's a good pocket is in between
What's up?
in between La Brea and Fairfax, south of Melrose, north of Beverly. That's the money area.
Really? See, where the money area for me is between La Cienega and Crescent Heights,
Okay.
north of Melrose.
All right, so that's like Beverly Center adjacent.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Like, I just want to be kind of in that area, so it's in the middle between work and, like, Hollywood. So either way, I'm going to be, like, equidistant.
Yeah.
If I live all the way over by La Brea, it's going to take me, like, 45 minutes to get to work in the morning. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
True. How's your new job?
What's that?
How's your job?
It's good. It's good. I'm liking it a lot. It's I'm in the mix. I'm reading stuff, and they value my opinion. They ask for my opinion all the time on stuff, and
That's good.
yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just me and the VP, and then Sean Daniels. So it's
Great.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
So what's your So you're on our podcast right now, by the way.
I'm on what?
You're on our live podcast right now.
What? Okay, would have been nice to know that.
Well,
It's actually not live.
It's not live. No, we can edit all. Yeah, it's not live at all. No, it's not. It's not live at
I
all.
don't care.
We're recording
Whatever.
it.
Who cares?
Standard podcast.
What's your podcast for?
Well, it's our It's called Bert and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and we called you about to get your input about the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Giants are gonna win for sure.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they won. I mean, you see the Super Bowl like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Tom Brady has a lot of bad karma, so that guy is not gonna win the Super Bowl again.
Is this because of what's the bad karma? Is it the
Bad karma is that he
The Moynihan thing?
left his pregnant wife to go be with Giselle.
And that was
So
Bridget
a guy
Moynihan.
who does
Bridget
that
Moynihan.
is just a scumbag. Yeah, he's a scumbag.
But okay.
Yeah. So because of that, he's not going to win the Super Bowl.
That's
That's the first caller that's mentioned that. Devil's Advocate. They weren't married, right? It's a little different, maybe.
No. I mean, in this day and age, marriage doesn't really mean anything. It's like a piece of paper. What does that mean? Nothing. If you're like living with somebody and you're together and like you're pregnant with a child, like
Yeah.
you're together.
Yeah, that's pretty serious. I think if you're pregnant with someone's child, that's
I can understand.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Bridget Moynihan was in the movie Whipped, right? With Amanda Peet.
She was what?
She was in the movie Whipped with Amanda Peet.
Yeah. She's been in like a couple. She was also like in Sex and the City, like, whatever. Like, she's cool, whatever. I mean, she's not like the greatest actress in the world. I don't really have anything like for her or against her. I just think like, leaving your pregnant girlfriend, wife, whatever, for a supermodel just shows that you're really shallow and you don't really care about anything that has no values.
yeah.
But the karma thing though hasn't really damaged him.
What's that?
The karma thing hasn't damaged him too much as of late.
Yeah.
But it's maybe catching up with him. Is the
Maybe all that, and then, I don't know. I just think the Giants are better, and their uniforms are better colors. I like their color combination.
they're both blue. Both teams have blue.
No, they have red, and the Patriots are like red, white, and blue. It's so I don't know. I like the white and blue. It's simple, nicer.
I'm with you, Shiva. I'm going for the Giants too. So.
Yep. I'm rooting for the Giants. You know what? And the last time they played against each other, and the Giants won in that overtime or whatever, I knew they were going to win from the beginning. I just had a feeling in my heart. Even when they were close to losing, I still thought they were going to win, and they won. So I feel exactly the same way this time they're going to win this year, too.
Nice.
Pretty strong endorsement. Where are you from geographically?
Seattle. Oh, yeah, Seattle. That's where I grew up.
Okay, so are you a Seahawks fan normally?
Normally, I am a Chargers Chargers fan normally because I went to college in San Diego. But if they are playing the Seahawks, then I root for the Seahawks because that's where I was first.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys are doing this podcast. Right? Cool.
Yeah, have you listened to any of the previous ones?
No, I didn't even know it existed.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to talk to our publicity person about that because we.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So
Karen over in publicity.
Yeah, Karen, you're fired. Find your replacement. Find your replacement now.
But we still want you to still do the sound stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
What is your mom? Does your mom have a prediction for the Super Bowl tomorrow?
My mom doesn't even understand what American. She watches soccer. She's foreign. Come on.
Yeah.
She doesn't even watch soccer. She's like she cooks.
And then
Which, other places is known as football, which is kind of funny.
What's that?
It's in other countries it's known as football. Soccer is football.
Exactly.
So Shiva, one last thing. What are you and your mom doing today with the rest of your day?
She's helping me clean my house. Oh. Then we are going to get manicures and pedicures.
Boring.
Then we're going to go see a movie. Then we're going to have dinner.
Nice. That sounds perfect. Awesome.
Right?
Cool.
Anyway. Alright, cool. Well, it was good talking to you guys.
Yeah, good to talk to you, Shiva. Say hi to your mom for me, and
Shiva.
we'll catch up soon, okay?
I will.
All right.
Diane.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Okay, so good call. Good. It's good. Interesting to get the women's perspective
Yes.
on that because I think that they're more aware of or not to generalize, but
Off the field stuff.
yes, at least in this instance, the off the field sort of
And that is an
interpersonal
important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a character thing, and that's an important consideration. At least to make,
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I guess I get that. I get that argument. I mean,
Well, I mean, I actually didn't. I wasn't aware of that with.
I just think
with
that,
Brady.
yeah. I mean,
but if someone's
a
a huge asshole off the field, I guess yes, I will root for them. I will root against them on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if he is or not, and I don't know the exact circumstances around that. But I think the broad strokes are that he's in a serious relationship with Bridget Moynihan, and she got pregnant around the time that they broke up.
It does sound like a dick move. I mean, if
yeah, it can. It can be.
Well, I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Not always though. Like if they both.
Not always.
But if they both broke up because they wanted to break up, and then she was like, "I want to have their kid," but like the relationship's not going to work. Okay, fine.
Okay, I guess we need more facts.
I'm gonna, I think he's there. I think he's there for the child. But then it's like he's not supposed to never be in a relationship again.
No, definitely not. But what Shiva was saying was that he basically left her during the thing, and like,
what if it's a mutual breakup though?
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to do. We'll have to do some more digging on that. Did we get some missed calls, Karen? Did we get some missed calls during that last call?
Let's see. Let's go to John Sacramone. He's like one of the few Boston people I know.
Okay.
You've reached Jonathan Sacramone. I'm not here to pick up your call right now. Please leave a message and I'll
Straight to
return your call.
voicemail?
Straight to
What does that mean?
voicemail.
Does that mean he has his phone off?
He's either off or he hit some sort of
What an asshole.
go thing.
What an asshole.
If the last name sounds familiar, his
He's a
sister.
masshole.
Yeah, his sister was the Olympian Alicia Sacramone, who actually dates the football player Brady Quinn.
What a
And if
masshole.
anyone remembers from the
Dates Brady Quinn. That's pretty good.
from the 2008 Olympics, Alicia Sacramone was like the one like good-looking like gymnast. She was like the hot one to Shawn Johnson's mouse-like one.
I like Shawn Johnson.
She's pretty American tail in appearance, though.
I hope.
Yeah.
She's pretty cute. I like her.
Yeah, she's cute like a chipmunk, but I'm not.
Hello?
Hello? Darlene.
Yes? Oh, hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good?
Good.
Who's
So-
this?
It's Bert.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a new phone.
Oh, new phone, huh? Cool.
I
Yeah.
don't have everybody's number.
Cool. Who do you want to win the Super Bowl tomorrow?
I'm at over some of my friend's house, helping her out.
Okay. Who do you want to win?
I don't watch the sports. I don't know. But,
Okay. Sacktown.
I didn't answer. I'm calling back.
We're getting Sacktown here on the line.
What's up, buddy? Hey, you're on the podcast with me and Bert.
Oh, what's up, guys?
How's it going, man?
Well, how are you guys?
We're good. So you're from Boston, right? So I assume you want the Patriots to win?
Absolutely. Very hard for my boys and below.
Cool. What's your take on the Tom Brady Bridget Moynihan? We just had a caller who was like, Tom Brady has bad karma because he ditched his pregnant wife.
The love child? Honestly, look. I'm probably the biggest Tom Brady apologist you will find. I believe that, Tom and Bridget had a thing. It was good for when it was. They ultimately grew apart, and I don't think that simply because they had a child together, they had to be locked down and ruined lives. I think ultimately, John Edward Thomas Brady is better off by having a happy father and a happy mother. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. So on field, like back to the on field stuff, keys to the game, score predictions.
Oh, keys to the game for the Patriots having a balanced offensive attack. They really need to keep the Giants' pass rush off them by giving a lot of Ben Jarvis Green out between the tackles. The Giants have been really clouding the middle of the field when they play against the Patriots, taking away their medium crossing routes. So I would say double screens and running, keep the pass rush at bay, and then take some shots down the field with Aaron Hernandez flanked out wide out, and have Chad Ochocinco surprise everyone and have a good game.
Cool. What's up with Gronk? Is he not playing?
Gronk is going to play. He's not going to be the 100% dominating Gronk.
He has a high ankle sprain. Is that right?
I'm sorry?
He has a high ankle sprain, right?
He does have a high ankle sprain with, but he's getting better every day. And the kid's only 22, so he's going to heal faster than an aging veteran.
Wow, Gronk's only 22.
It received a lot of he's a beast.
Jesus.
The trainers have paid a lot of attention. He's been walking without a limp. He's out of the boot. They participated in practice with no calves the other day. So I don't think he's going to be 100% Gronk, but if he is there, he has to be accounted for. Yeah. And just him being on the field being accounted for opens it up for Aaron Hernandez, who I think is more of a dynamic playmaker purely than Gronk. But it just makes things easier for Welker, Hernandez, and Branch.
Yeah, do you think Woodhead's going to get some carries? I like Woodhead, man. He's scrappy.
Yeah, definitely. I love Danny Woodhead. They need to change the pace back. It doesn't seem like Stephen Ridley, after his 2 back-to-back games of fumbles, really has the confidence of Belichick and everyone, or at least in a game of this magnitude. I mean, a couple of years down the line, sure, but Danny Woodhead's proven himself to be, have some big playability, and with the Patriots have a good running attack, then they'll win. I mean, in my opinion, their losses in the playoffs the past few years all been because they've been way too one-dimensional. They're pass heavy, and you take away the medium short routes and rough up Brady, and don't have to worry about the run. Then it's much easier to defend.
Very cool. Have you seen the video of Woodhead? It's a Modell's sporting goods commercial, and Woodhead goes undercover.
He's still trying to sell his jersey. And people are like, nah, I got too short.
Yeah.
Got too short.
It's a pretty great video.
Yeah. Him and Dustin Pedroia are talking about getting together and having like a, have a little hangout workout session.
Very cool.
Short, awesome Boston athletes.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I am going to obviously be surrounded by fellow Patriots fans. I've been rocking my Patriots gear and receiving a lot of hate here in LA. The Raider fans haven't let go of Brady's arm going forward in 2001. Clearly. And there's a lot of hatred for the Patriots. So it's bad when people are rallying behind a team from New York.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Well, stop by for a quarter. We're probably gonna have like 3 or 4 people over here and just keep it chill. But thanks for being on the cast, man.
Oh, definitely, man. It's a pleasure as always. You guys are the best.
Sack down.
Cool, man. Well, I'll talk to you soon.
NCL.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, North Carolina Locos. Woo!
All day, every day. All right, guys. Have a good day.
Yeah. All right, bud.
Peace.
Okay, John Sacramone, a neighbor, lives on Gardner
Yeah,
Street.
about a half a block down.
Yeah, so cool. North
Great
Gardner
guy.
Locos.
Great guy. Should we try and get Estes, one of the Estes? Either we should either get Gabe or Nova on the line.
I don't have Nova's number. Her last name is Newcomer. But if we can get a Gabe,
is that a real name, by the way?
Yeah.
Newcomer.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of on the nose?
What do you mean?
What do I mean? It's like newcomer. It means that you're a newcomer. Like I've never heard a name more on the nose. I'm not talking about the person Nova. I'm talking about the name. Like it's like saying like, isn't it like on the nose?
There's other things that are like other sort of
like Smith. Obviously, that comes from blacksmith. Or Cooper comes from
Fletcher.
Makes arrows. Cooper makes barrels. Right.
Gabester.
71009.
I'm gonna get Nova on the line here. She's cool. She has a funny sense of humor.
Can't believe I never got a hold of 80.
Give him a circle back. Because we put him off a couple times.
Yeah, we did.
You've reached an open newcomer. Please leave me a message.
Oh, have we?
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Nova, what's up? It's Bert. Bert and Ted. Ted?
Hey, what's up, Nova? We're doing a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing a podcast. We wanted to get your opinion about the Super Bowl tomorrow. So give us a call back in the next, as soon as you can, please. Thank you.
I want to see what Ben Rosen has to say. Ben Rosen's not a big...
Rosen?
Yeah. Rosen's not a big sports guy.
Here. Who's I going to call? Nova, and then...
Hi, you've reached Ben Rosen. Please leave a message or send me a text. Thanks.
What an asshole. Send me a text. Send me a text? Are you kidding? Send me a text?
I've never heard the text thing in the actual...
And also, send me a text? Just say text me. Don't say send me a text. This is brutal. What the fuck? What an asshole.
Yeah.
What kind of asshole doesn't pick up his phone on a Saturday afternoon? I'm going to call Stacy here.
Is she one from San Francisco?
Yeah. All right, hey, this is great to have the Super Bowl 2012 podcast and have people weigh in and see, what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure you guys will all be having your parties at your own places across the country. A
lot of pizza and whatnot and chicken wings. If anyone knows the etymology of Super Bowl, I don't know if it's because it's one of the biggest games or if it's a big deal, or if anyone knows that, just email us.
Yeah, and email us any thoughts you have, and as always, our YouTube channel is Bert and Ted, BERTANDTED. That's our YouTube channel, and then our email is bertandted@gmail.com, BERTANDTED@gmail.com. So you can reach us that way, and we're always looking to interact with our listeners, and collaborate for new podcasts, and we've gotten lots of great suggestions on new podcasts, and we thank everyone for listening. So we want to sign off from West Hollywood, and have an awesome Super Bowl tomorrow, guys.
See you guys. And we're out.